All right, we're going to call to order this meeting of zoning appeals. Can I get an approval from the previous meeting?
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Granted. The minutes from the previous meeting.
Okay, I didn't hear the minutes. I just heard you say, can I get an approval of the last meeting?
Sorry.
Okay,
Okay.
so that was an approval of the minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, can I get proof of publication is made a matter of record?
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Publication's approved. The affidavits for applicants' petitions are made a matter of record. Can I get approval?
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. All right, we're skipping Miller Land Survey.
Yes.
All right, now we're with the City of Decatur Police Department of 112 South 7th Street, Decatur, Indiana 46733, is requesting a 5-foot variance for a 5-foot rear yard setback. Refer to City Code 141.072, storage on residential property. Access buildings shall not be located within a dedicated easement or right-of-way. Detached accessory buildings shall be set back a minimum of 10 feet from the adjacent residential buildings. Sheds of 120 square feet or less shall be set back a minimum of 3 feet from adjacent buildings on the same parcel. With a fire-rated wall, it is provided between the structures.
Just real quick.
Yes, sir.
We need to amend that ordinance. The current Indiana State Fire Code says all outbuildings must be a minimum of 5 feet from an adjacent building. So this ordinance needs to be revised, say 5 feet instead of 3 feet.
Okay. So what's the process on that?
We'll work on that, but I just wanted to get it on record.
Okay.
Okay. And we have to go with applicable law, so, I mean, the max variance would be 5 foot from the building. So even though our ordinance says that, it'll default to legal standards automatically.
Okay.
But we'd need to update. Yeah.
All right. Well,
we're seeking a variance for a 20 by 20 basically shed behind the police department to store our equipment, UTV, and things like that there.
you got to state your name for the record.
Chris Wright, address is 112 South 7th Street, work for Decatur Police Department. And we're seeking a variance for a 20 by 20 shed or garage behind the police department.
All right. The board can ask questions.
I'm referring to him.
He's good, he's got room. If he goes into
The 5 foot. Yeah.
5-foot rear yard setback.
Wonderful. Now the board will hear comments from people in opposition. Is anybody opposed? Okay. Do we have any comments from anybody who's in favor? All right. Does the board have any final questions for the applicant?
No.
Applicant? All right. Well, then I guess we'll just go right to the finding of facts. The board must determine the granting of the variance will be not contrary to public interest. Applicant has fully demonstrated on the basis of the facts presented a literal enforcement of the provisions of this chapter will result in unnecessary hardship. The spirit of this chapter shall be observed and substantially done. In consideration with all appeals or variances to this chapter, the board shall first determine that the granting of the variance. Number 1, the granting of the variance will not permit any use in any district which would be in conflict with the permitted uses of the district under the terms of the chapter.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right. 3 yeses. It will not impair an adequate supply of light and air to adjacent property.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
3 yeses. Number 3, it will not unreasonably increase the congestion of in public streets.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
3 yes. It will not increase the danger of fire or of the public safety.
Yes. Yes.
3 yes. It will not unreasonably diminish or impair established property values within the surrounding area.
Yes.
3 yes. It will not in any other respect impair the public health, comfort, safety, morals, or welfare of the inhabitants of the city.
Yes.
3 yeses. It is therefore the decision of the board that this petition for variance is granted or denied?
Granted.
Granted. Restrictions? None. You're good to go, Chris.
Have a good night.
You
You
too.
too.
Good luck.
I bet it's not going to be pre-built. 20 by 20.
I'm going to get a phone call.
What's it?
Oh, tell me. They tell me all.
Okay, that's the right one. Okay, now we've got Matthew Baker is requesting a 15-inch variance to build 0 inches above the crown of the street at 101 Riverside Court, Decatur, Indiana 46733. Refer to City Code 151.035, minimum building standards. The ground level of a new construction shall be built on a grade level no less than 15 inches above the crown of the street on which the new construction is located. You want to state your name and address for the record?
Matthew Baker, 101 Riverside Court. We're seeking variance to do the negative, to go negative for the floor height, negative from the crown of the road, because it drops crown of the road to where the floor would be. There's a significant drop. I forget what the measurements are. And also height requirement for the structure. That's just an attached garage. So, I think we went with 24 feet. We probably won't go that high, but just that way we have the clearance if we need to.
Do we have to do those individually? Okay, yeah. So right now, we're just going with the variance to build below the crown, or at the crown. All right, board have any questions?
You have any issues, Kurt?
Well, Brad and I have been out there several times. Actually, the building trades are doing work at Mr. Baker's house. We actually shot it with a laser, and yeah, he would be about 4 foot below the crown of Winchester. He does have, on the west side of his house, he does have a 6-inch storm sewer drain back there that he can tie into for any possible flooding. So as far as where the elevation of the building sits, we're good. That 6-inch should take as far as watershed.
Sure.
It's on the south side of the addition
It's,
that you're going to be,
he's on the right. He's going to put, on the south side. He's going to put
south side is going to be 4 feet from the south side of that addition?
No, he's
Down.
4 foot elevation.
Low.
Yeah, lower.
He's lower.
Winchester
That
Road.
thing dives down.
Because Winchester so much higher than the side street.
As soon as you turn into there, just
Okay.
You drop.
Is that your plan to tie into that
What's
sewer?
that?
Is that your plan to tie into that sewer drain right there?
Is that our plans?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And also if we need to, we talked with Josh Zimmerman a little bit about if we need to build a dike closer to the road and then have a watershed and feed
Yeah.
it that way if we need to.
Okay.
He came down and looked at it, so.
Okay. Any other questions at the moment?
so I assume you're going from the house.
Yes.
That's your floor level from the existing garage
Correct.
Yeah.
and digging down.
Yep.
All right, that it, or?
I'm good.
All right,
We have any issue, I guess, before that? We have any issues with, how far is he coming out?
Oh, he's got plenty of build room.
Well, once you do that, I guess that's what we were talking about with sight lines pulling out of there or anything. You're good with all that? I don't know how
Yeah,
close he's coming this way.
he'll be fine. He'll be
Okay.
fine with line of sight.
Okay.
He's far enough back. Our ordinance is 25 feet to build line here, the easement's 30 feet, and he's gonna be back further than that, even farther.
Okay.
I mean, you're talking maybe straight through here, but the building will sit back.
Okay.
How is the neighbor it would be to the west, that neighbor, in terms of elevation? Do they sit further, like, lower than you, or is it kind of on the same plane?
Almost basically just a little bit higher.
Okay,
There's a gradual,
Yeah.
right,
they're not as high as the street, but
Yeah.
there's a gradual rise.
okay,
And then
Okay.
doesn't the backyard kind of slope off?
Yes. Yeah.
so that southeast or southwest corner of your lot is like the lower area,
Yes.
probably the lowest area?
Yes.
Okay.
There's at the end of the property between us and the neighbors, there's a big valley that goes down there that drains back into a field.
Okay,
Actually, the yard to the north is even lower yet.
Yeah, the lowest point's to the north, right?
Yeah.
To the north.
Okay.
Yeah.
That all.
The south
it
point's the
all
highest.
it all fades north
Yeah.
in that way.
If you come up
Yeah.
Winchester and turn down.
It drops all the way down.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Your high point's on the northwest, or the
Okay,
southwest.
southwest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because all this back in here is flood.
Floodplain, yeah. Okay.
Any other questions at the moment? All right, well, the board will now hear comments from people in opposition. If anybody's in opposition? Nobody's in opposition? Okay, now the board will hear comments from people in favor. Everybody's good. So you guys got, board, have any final questions?
No.
Everybody satisfied? All right, well then we'll proceed to the finding of facts. Make sure I got the right one. I got two findings of facts here. Which one do I want?
These are, that's the height.
Okay, that's the variance. That's the one I want.
Yeah, the variance is
The variance is the one I want.
special exemptions next.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In considering all appeals or variances to this chapter, the board shall first determine that the granting of the variance, number one, the granting of the variance will not permit any use in any district which would be in conflict with the permitted uses of the district under the terms of the chapter. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
3 yeses. Number 2, it will not impair an adequate supply of light and air to adjacent properties. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
3 yes. It will not unreasonably increase the congestion in the public streets. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
3 yes. It will not increase the danger of fire or of the public safety. Yes or no?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
3 yes. It will not unreasonably diminish or impair established property values within the surrounding area.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
3 yes. It will not in any other respect impair the public's health, comfort, safety, morals, or welfare of the inhabitants of the city.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
3 yes. Is therefore the decision that the board of this board that the petition for the variance is granted.
Granted. Granted.
Granted. 3 restrictions?
No.
None. All right, you got that one. Now Matt Baker is requesting a special exemption to have a total height of the new pole barn at 24 feet tall at 101 Riverside Court, Decatur, Indiana 46733, referred to City Code 150.048. Maximum height of the building, accessory buildings, 18 feet. So, can you explain that?
Yes, it's just the, we're gonna go just a little bit, we'd like to go a little bit higher than the house, possibly 14-foot sidewalls, just to be able to put in a little bit larger garage door if we need to. Just that way we have a little bit of clearance, that 18-foot, is not quite enough room to be able to pull a large pickup truck in and then have storage above in an attic, if we decide to go that route. So we're just looking to have that little bit of extra room height-wise, just in case if we needed it when we get to that point of when we make our plans to go build.
All right, now we'll have, board got any questions? No.
So that puts you, what, roughly 20? If you go 14-foot sidewall, 20 feet tall?
22.
22?
Depending on the roof pitch.
Yeah.
Kurt, you good?
I'm good. I actually told him you should go for 24 feet.
So obviously sight lines and everything are all
Everything's
golden.
His build line from Winchester and Riverside Court's far enough back, it's not going to block line of sight.
Wonderful.
And neighbor-wise, I mean, how much taller is that than, like, to the,
Well, the house
To the
to the
west.
west is if I'm not mistaken, I think that's a bi-level, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bi-level.
Yeah, so it sits up pretty tall anyway.
so it's not going to stick out like a sore thumb?
Depends on what direction you're coming from, maybe. If you're coming from Riverside Court, you might, towards Winchester, you might see the roof of the garage over the roof of his house.
Yeah, I forgot those bi-levels over there.
Huh?
I forgot those bi-levels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right. The board will hear comments from people in opposition. Nobody's opposed. The board will hear comments from people in favor. Everybody's in favor. Does the board have any final questions for the applicant?
No.
All right. Well, then we'll proceed to the finding of facts. Board must, special exemption for the requirement such an unusual nature that the operation may give rise to unique problems with respect to their impact upon the neighboring property and public facilities. The board may authorize a special exemption for certain uses as defined in this chapter, providing the applicant has provided information that the proposed special exemption will be in compliance with all applicable conditions and requirements of this chapter. First one is the establishment, maintenance, or operation of the special exemption will not be detrimental to or endanger the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare. Yes or no?
Yes.
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 3 yeses. Number 2, the special exemption will not be injurious to the use and enjoyment of other property in the immediate vicinity for the purposes already permitted, nor substantially diminish and impair property value within the neighborhood. Yes or no?
Yes.
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 3 yeses, eager yeses. The establishment of the special exemption will not impede the normal and orderly development and improvement of the surrounding property for uses permitted in the district.
Yes.
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 3 yeses. Number 4, adequate utilities, access roads, drainage, and other necessary facilities have been or are being provided.
Yes.
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 3 yes. Adequate measures have been or will be taken to provide ingress and egress, so designed to minimize traffic congestion in the public streets.
Yes.
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 3 yeses. Another one. Special exemption will be located in a district where such use is permitted and where all other requirements set forth in 150.263 applicable to the special exemption will be met. Yes or no?
Yes.
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 3 yeses. It is therefore the decision of the board that the petition for special exemption is granted or denied.
Granted.
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 Granted. Restrictions? None? All right. You're good to go.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's this one. Mr. Schoaf.
Bring her on down.
Sorry. I don't mean to be rude.
How else are you going to get it there?
I've been going around the back. Okay, where's my
We don't have to-
old business?
Old business, we decided when we went for Mr. Seth Huber from 500 North 9th Street, and we were supposed to...
When was he here last?
Okay, this one.
It was August, and we told him that he needed to come back in November.
Baker.
Wanted to amend his hours.
We got complaints.
I do have a couple complaints, but those complaints were made about noise during his hours of operation. So I have no complaints about working after hours or working before hours, just during hours of operation.
But if those are what he wants to extend, then...
Yeah, so,
Then we'll make the annoying hours of observation longer.
He wants to go to 6.
no.
I wouldn't go past 5.
Yeah, I mean, that's my opinion, anyway. Until you get the noise complaints under control, we're not going to extend the hours.
How's it been lately, Kevin?
He's getting better, but the way he does it, I mean,
Well, he was supposed to hire a new foreman or something like that, he said at the last meeting, so we're...
And we've been doing drive-bys. We've actually been driving through the lot twice a week. And they actually requested, the new job foreman requested that we do that so that the rest of the guys can see that we're not playing games.
Right.
Yeah.
And they have, for the most part, got a lot of their trimming, taller trimming, fixed and pretty much cleaned up a majority of the mess that they had there. Cleaned up was the hard part because they had no choice but to make noise.
Mm-hmm.
They just didn't have the clearances. I haven't talked to Seth. I don't know if talked to him. I haven't talked to him. I know he was ordering grapples and everything else to come in from the top, trying to do, pick from the top. We haven't talked to him since.
all right.
Sounds like he's trying at least then.
Yeah, he's trying. I mean,
They didn't have a choice.
yeah.
Well, he has a choice.
We got our resident expert over here, too. That's getting better.
It's way better than it was.
Okay.
You don't have the slamming around, but there's still, I mean, that screeching is,
We've heard it when we're out and about.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's during his hours of operation.
is that in on the old business?
Oh, yeah, old business.
Well,
Old new business, what should have been here today,
I was going to bring that up.
yeah, is now going to be on December 3rd. The third application that Brett Miller had submitted related to over on 417 Line Street. It'll go before Plan Commission first, and then
Well, something like that was kind of a no-brainer, right? That variance of,
Yeah, it was,
they can't do anything
it
about
was
it.
the same thing as the
Yeah.
Quakers had. They, the 15-inch foot crown street
Mhm.
is going to be impossible. But it'll be contingent on Plan Commission's
Yeah.
recommendation to council for resurveying a lot with a zero lot line and rezoning from an I-2 to a R1.
all right.
And I have for actual new business, I have Larry Wilson from 332 North 16th. And he's petitioning a 4-foot variance for a 6-foot side yard setback for a garage. Currently, there's a 12-foot easement, 6 foot on his property and 6 foot on the neighbor, and he wants to go right up on the easement.
Okay. What else we got?
That's it.
Oh, I thought there was 3 of them.
Well, it was Seth Huber,
Oh. Oh, okay.
and then Brett Miller coming back.
All right. Well, if that's it. Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make a motion.
When do you guys want to have Huber in here? You want him here the 3rd? You want him here the
Mid-3rd or 17th. I prefer the 17th. Getting into winter. I want to see what he does during the
We'll send
winter.
him a letter.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
A couple of weeks if it slows down or if it,
We'll send him a letter telling him he's going to attend on the 17th,
Yeah.
and then you guys can go from there.
Okay.
see what he does.
No, I like that idea. Okay. If there's nothing else.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Oh, second.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?